some of the best decks in Marvel Snaps are those kind of decks that look very weak in the beginning, but have the ability to lay a bunch of power on those final few turns unexpectedly and leave your opponent thinking, what the heck just happened? And that is exactly what this deck has the potential to do. So if you're ready to see how this deck works, this Zabu Dracula deck all in action, guys, then you want to do, find that like button and let's go snap it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Marvel Snap fans. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're having a lot of fun playing Marvel Snap. We're talking about this ZeroCula deck that I just found over on snapzone.com as part of their meta report. This is similar to some decks that we featured on the channel before, but with some key differences, kind of a hybrid deck here. Now, we feature decks, we feature gameplay, we feature news, and a lot of different videos for your Marvel Snap experience. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you know as soon as a new video goes up. There's at least 5 Marvel Snap videos per week on this channel, but let's get right into it and talk about this new ZeroCula deck. Now, of course, like I said, I saw this on marvelsnapzone.com, and it has some similarities to some decks that we've been using before. The main culprit here is gonna be Zabu. And that is mainly so we can get some cards out. But if you don't have Zabu, this deck can still work. And this is the only non-pool 3 card and lower that we have in this deck. We do have some other cards here in pool 3, such as Magneto. Very, very important card to this deck. And we have a 0. We have a 0 in our deck right now. And that is to remove some of these negative effects that Typhoid Mary can potentially bring. 4 cost card, 10 power, which is a very high tempo play, but your other cards are going to have that -1 power. So this is a great card to 0 out. Red Skull is also another great card to 0 out because enemy cards at this location will have an additional +2 power. But here's the thing, if we have these cards in our hand, we also have Dracula. So what we definitely want to do is try to win one lane with Dracula, potentially winning it with a Sunspot and armor location if we can't get the cards that we want. So this is a great 1-2 punch on turn 1. And then the final location, we could have our Dracula destroy one of our Red Skull cards or America Chavez cards, Typhoid Mary, or even Infinite. The ideal scenario would be to have them destroy our Infinite. Now, we have a couple counter cards here to kind of disrupt any big plays that you're trying to do. We have that Shang-Chi card, which I think in a lot of decks nowadays, you should have some kind of tech card like a Cosmo or a Shang-Chi or an Enchantress. We have Shang-Chi and we have Enchantress to remove any abilities from the ongoing cards at this location. Now, you do need to be careful because Zabu is an ongoing card. You don't want to remove those abilities. But the other thing is, this is an ongoing card, so if Enchantress moves this ability, that's fine. If Enchantress moves this ability, that's fine as well. So there's a couple ways that we could deal with this Typhoid Mary, Red Skull. We can 0 them out, we can Enchantress them, or we could have Dracula discard them at the end to get all that power from those cards. So this is how that deck works. Ideally, we want to try to win one location with Dracula, and then winning another location either with Red Skull or Typhoid Mary, or Magneto, or just teching that location, disrupting him and destroying whatever they have with Shang-Chi. That is what we want to do with this deck. So let's go take a look at it in action, see how this works. All right, we have Zabu, we have Sunspot, and we have Enchantress. We do have a card that we can play on turn 1. I think what we're going to do is risk it here and play our Sunspot right away. We're going to be aggressive. They don't play on Hala. We play on Hala. I don't think we have a turn 2 play, at least not right now. All right, and we don't want to get an extra rock on our hand, so we're going to give a little bit of power to Sunspot there. Looks like we may get that rock from Eternity Range in the middle. They're going Mojo to try to load up that section there, expecting that we may load up the middle there. And what is the last play? We have Morag there, so can't play a first card each turn there. We're going to go ahead and Zabu this Hala location. If they put a lot of power on that left location, we may end up retreating, but they don't. We do get that Zabu out. They get Lizard out, which is a lot of power for them. We get that rock for us, unfortunately. And I think what we could do now, we don't have the tempo, so they can still destroy that Sunspot. Do we want to get that Sunspot out now, or do we want to protect? I think what we want to do is make sure that we protect our cards with our armor there. Do we want to I think we do. I think we want to play this Enchantress here. Get rid of the ongoing ability for Ant-Man and Mojo. Let's see what they end up doing. They're going to try to get some extra power there with Namor. Luckily, we protected that location, so we don't win it, but our cards are not going to be destroyed. We got a lot of power out there, and we do protect that with the armor, so that's great for us. And now just trying to decide what we want to do on that final turn. We can get a lot of power out there with Dracula. We also can play that Typhoid Mary. Other cards are going to have -1 power. I don't think it's worth doing that shot for Typhoid Mary right now. Where do we want to play Dracula, though? Do we want to play Dracula in the middle or the left? I think we play Dracula in the middle, and that'll give us a potential Red Skull or Magneto play at Hala the last turn. I don't think they're going to play anything for Namor there. Yeah, they could have Morag. That's fine. They could take that location. We don't need that location right now. We get America Chavez in hand. We want to try to draw some cards over. That's a 5-cost card. It's a 2-cost card. 1-cost card. And nothing that I think we're going to get out from Magneto. So we'll play the Magneto there. We probably will get Hala. The Dracula will either destroy American Chavez, Typhoid Mary, or Red Skull, giving us a little more power there. Unless they have some kind of spectrum to boost up this claw, I don't think that they're going to win. And hopefully our Dracula destroys our Red Skull, not our American Chavez, giving us as much power as possible. They go with Blue Marvel there, boosting up all of their cards. Will they beat that 12 in the middle? They have a 13 in the middle now. We get it by 1 point. 1 point in the middle. All right, so Dracula, we got lucky there. All right, we have Infinite in hand right now. We have Enchantress and Typhoid Mary. Nothing to play right now. Even with Tinkerer's Workshop showing in that far left location, nothing to play right now on turn 1. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything to play on turn 2. We will be able to get Zabu out on turn 3, though. And nothing to play in the big house yet. We can get Zabu out on turn 3. They go with a Colleen Wing. They're destroying swarms, so they're gonna have 2 0-cost swarms in their hand right now. Transform into one of the other locations. Let's go with Zabu at that location. If it's the Tinker's Workshop, no big deal. If it's a big house, we want to try to get as many points there as possible. We do have Zabu, so that's a good thing for our 4-cost cards. All turning into 2-cost cards now. We can get Dracula out right now. Nothing to do with Shang-Chi. We can save him for that last turn. With his Colleen Wing, nothing to do there right now with that Enchantress. So we can get Sunspot out, get a little bit of power, or we could go right now with Typhoid Mary. That will reduce our cards right now. I think we could save that Typhoid Mary. Let's get that Sunspot out, though. Let's get that Sunspot here. No, let's actually compete in Big House here because we have the Zabu out there. We have a bunch of 2-cost cards. Let's see where we can compete. Let's see what they do. They have a Sunspot there that gets turned into a. Oh, they got a Gambit. They're gonna destroy a card. Oh, they just destroyed our Zabu. We might be going away at this point right now. We do have our Dracula. Nothing that we could really play with our Morbius. We can do a 0 Typhoid Mary right now, although that will be in Tinkerer's Workshop. And then hopefully we could get, so we could do this right now. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make sure we get that Shang-Chi and Enchantress out. We won't be able to get both of them out. But if we get lucky and Dracula destroys our Infinite, we will have a play there. All right, they have a Dracula as well. That's unfortunate for us. If the Typhoid Mary, we have the lead at this point, but nothing that we could really do to get rid of that. Is that any? We can't really Shang-Chi that location. We can Morbius, though. We can Enchantress the location. And I guess we're gonna have to get lucky with their Dracula and with our Dracula. All right, let's see what happens here. Will that destruction of Zabu be a big thing that we can't use? All right, their Morbius goes down. They get a death out that they can't play. Will that death get destroyed? Unfortunately, we have a destruction of our We have a destruction of our Shang-Chi with Dracula, but that's enough to get the win. Not a clean win here, but we do get the win. All right, we have Red Skull, Magneto, Shang-Chi all showing up on turn 1. Crimson Cosmos is the left location, so can't play any cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. We have larger cards there, but no cards like Zabu. Zabu actually might be a hindrance if we get a lot of these 2-cost cards there. They go Nightcrawler in the middle on turn 1, and it is Necrotia, so getting -2 power for all their cards there. Nothing to play yet. We're gonna have to skip this turn. You can get Zabu out though on turn 3, and we also get a Magneto out. That's beneficial for us. Nothing to draw over, but it is a bunch of power that we have on the field right now. All right, we're gonna get our Zabu out there. That allows us to potentially play Typhoid Mary and Enchantress, depending what they play. They do a bunch of counters here. Okay, so they have their Sunspot. They go Yondu, destroying one of our cards, destroys that American Chavez. So not sure what we're gonna get at the end. We can do a 0 Typhoid Mary. That's a great play. So I think we'll get that power out right now. We'll get both of them out. Oh, not Enchantress. That would have been bad. Well, let's get our Typhoid Mary out. 1 extra power remaining. What did they do at their Crimson Cosmos? All right, so we do have that 9 power at Necrotia. We're gonna have a bunch of extra cards there, and I think what I would like to do is play that Enchantress there. Unfortunately, it's a 2-cost card. Can't play it on Crimson Cosmos. Let's go ahead and play our Red Skull now. There's only 1 power there. I think they're going to try to load up here with power. And hopefully we can Enchantress or Shang-Chi somebody at the end. Potentially pull our Infinite. There's our Infinite, but nothing that we could do with the Infinite. Nothing that we could even do with our Enchantress. But what we can do is play the Enchantress there. And also the Shang-Chi here. Actually, no. Let's take all that back. Let's go ahead and try to win this location here. So we're gonna put an additional 7 power there. We have 15 here. I don't know if that's gonna be enough for us to win. That extra rock won't do much, especially in Necrotia. So we're just gonna go ahead and play this, and hopefully that's enough power that we're loading onto that last location there. All right, nothing that Shang-Chi could do, nothing that Enchantress could do, except for removing Zabu's ability. But by now, doesn't matter too much. And we just sneak out the victory. Super close. We win it on a tiebreaker. So that is this deck, guys. Hopefully you have a lot of fun with it. Few different win conditions. We got those 0 with Typhoid Mary, Red Skull win conditions. We got a Magneto win condition where we could pull cards away from our opponent's strong location. And we also have Dracula, who at the end could destroy a card like Infinite or Red Skulls just to give us a bunch of power at the location with Dracula. And we have some tech cards for some counters as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy this deck. Shout out to the folks over at snapzone.com for publishing their meta report every Monday. I will see you guys next time. If you guys haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Snap content, at least 5 videos per week on this channel. If you want to support the channel, continue to see more videos like this, check out some of the sponsors down below, and check out some of the other videos on this channel. We are trying to increase the watch hours to get this channel monetized so we can create even more content for you. So share this with your friends and everything. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. I'll see you guys next time.